Are you tired of feeling sick and tired? Of feeling like every day that you wake up is just another regular day? No matter what you do, everything feels the same. Nothing is changing. Well, let me tell you some ways that you can start changing the way you think and changing the way you live every day. Everything starts with your mindset. Everything starts in the way you think. Let me tell you a little story. Now, probably 4 years ago, 2 years after I graduated, every day felt like it was just another regular day. Nothing exciting, nothing to look forward to, because I knew it was just gonna be just another regular day. I would wake up and I would feel depressed, anxious. I would feel like my life wasn't moving forward or moving at all. It was just repetition of the same things over and over and over. And I was tired of that. I felt like I needed change all around, mentally, physically, spiritually. I was just tired of the same thing over and over and over and not feeling anything. Like there was nothing, there was no excitement for tomorrow. And when I would wake up, I would just feel the weight on my shoulders that nothing was gonna change. I would wake up, go to the mirror, and I would just be like, I wouldn't even recognize who I was looking at. I didn't like who I saw in the mirror. In my head, in my thoughts, I was just telling myself fake stories that what was I looking forward to. But I also was looking in the mirror and telling myself the truth. What am I doing? What are you not doing? Telling myself my insecurities, my face to my reflection. And I was also telling myself my goals. You have to look in the mirror and acknowledge the good and the bad. You have to tell yourself the truth, even though if it hurt. The first thing you have to do, self-reflection. Self-reflection, because until you yourself, you understand and realize that you have the power in your hands to do whatever you want, or you have the power in your hands to do nothing. You can do whatever you want. But until you realize that you have the power to change, no one is going to come and save you. So you have to tell yourself, if you know you're not putting in the work that you know you're supposed to be doing, tell yourself. It's also good to tell yourself what the good things that you're also doing. And the things that you are working towards, also tell yourself that you're gonna get them done. Don't negative self-talk yourself, because if you tell yourself you can't do something, you're right. But also, if you tell yourself you can do something, you're also right. Change the way you talk to yourself in the reflection, when you're doing your reflection, to think positivity instead of negativity. Because that little switch will make a big difference. So change the way you think and change the way you talk to yourself. Another thing is, who are you hanging around with the most? Because you become who you hang around with. You hang around with negative people, you're gonna become a negative person. You hang around with positive people, you're gonna become a positive person. You hang around with lazy people, you're gonna be a lazy person. You hang around with productive people, you're gonna be a productive person. So look at the people that you hang around the most. Do you wanna be like them? Do you wanna have the life that they have? Think to yourself, reflect on those things. It's so simple, but people are lazy to think. They just let whatever circumstance, whatever life has thrown to them, they think that's it. That's all there is to it. No, it starts in your head. It starts with the choices that you make on a daily basis. So who are you hanging around with? Who are you listening to? Are you listening to the right people that are making you push forward and become a better person? Or are you listening to the negative people that are telling you that the opportunities would never come to you, that life it's the way it is, that no matter what you do, that's what it is? Who are you listening to? That's who you're gonna become. If they're not living the life that you want, why would you listen to them? Listen to somebody that has what you want, and that's gonna give you the power, and that's just gonna give you the motivation, because if they can do it, you can do it too. Like I said earlier, yes, you have the power in your hands, but also God has the power over you. If you believe that He's with you, that He's guiding you, which I could tell you, when you leave it up to God Himself, it releases so much stress out of your shoulders, because everything is already the way it's supposed to be. Everything is written down on his end. Everything that's supposed to happen is gonna happen, even the bad stuff. The bad stuff teaches you stuff. The bad stuff, there's lessons in them that are gonna mold you to a better person. But if you see them as just failures, instead of your life going up and getting better, they're gonna put you down. But that's why you put your faith in God, to make sure that He is guiding you to become a better person. So yes, I did say that you have the power to what you do, because at the end of the day, this flesh, who we are, we're here. We're the ones that are suffering. You have the choice to decide, do I want a better life? Or am I okay with the life I have right now and I'm willing to keep suffering? But you also have the choice to give it all up to God and let Him guide you. And He will never guide you to do something that He doesn't approve, that is not going to guide you to become a better person. But you have to believe, and believe starts in the mind. So you have to change the way you think. It's hard because it's not going to change from one day to another. You're not going to see a difference in 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month. But as time goes by and you just keep pushing and keep trying to change for the better and keep being positive no matter what the circumstance you're in, everything compounds, and you're going to start becoming a different person, and the people you hang around with are going to start realizing that. They're going to realize it before you do. But you're doing it for you. You're not doing it for anybody else, because you are the only one that can change your circumstance. People around you are going to see it before you do, and they're going to tell you, why are you changing? They are not going to accept, especially the negative people that are around you and don't want to see you win. Those are the people that are going to tell you, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? That is not going to work. They're always going to tell you the negative things. If they're telling you negative things, who are you listening to? Who are you hanging around with? It goes back to that. When you start looking in the mirror and start telling yourself and start feeling comfortable with yourself and start making sure that you're telling yourself the right things, that's when you know that things are moving forward and that they're moving to what you want. You're not letting life control you no more. You're controlling it. Until you take back your power, take back the way you think, you're not going to be happy with who you are. Until you are free to think the way you want to think, nobody else is going to influence you to be better. That's when you become you. That's when you become united with your spiritual self, which is with God. So you have a choice every day that you wake up. And when you wake up, you better make that choice as soon as you wake up and say, I'm going to have a better day today. Give gratitude. Just be thankful to have another opportunity to express who you are and just give back, because you never know who's watching you. Especially the closest people around you are always watching you. So you better make sure to be a good influence to them. If you're a negative person, you cannot be a good example, a good role model to anybody. But everything starts with the way you think. Who do you think you are? What do you think you can do? What do you think you can accomplish? Nothing can stop you but you. You have the belief to do whatever you want. You have to have faith that you are capable of doing whatever you want. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. Changing the way you think will change your entire life. If you're not sick and tired of being sick and tired of living the same day over and over and over and over and over, you're never going to change. And this life is ups and downs all the time. So even when you're on going up, you can reflect on, okay, what can I be better? What can I do better? How can I get better at what I'm doing right now at the moment? Because there's always room to improve. You won't realize it until you look in the mirror and tell yourself, am I doing everything I'm in my ability to do what I could do to the best ability to do it? Or am I just showing up and doing the bare minimum? Or are you not showing up at all? Tell yourself the truth. Don't quit. If you stop lying to yourself, that's going to make the biggest difference. Stop lying to yourself. You can start there. Quit lying to yourself. Believe that you can. Believe that you can. Yes, look at the mirror. You are right now. But that doesn't mean that when you could be tomorrow should stop you who you are. You can change, but you have to believe in it first. You can change, but you have to believe in it first.